but we'll see how it goes. It's been many years since I played this game, and even when I played it, it was considered old. So it's definitely an older game. But I was just feeling like an otome today. There's just something cozy and fall-like about an otome that I just really enjoy. I don't know. I think I couldn't tell you. I think it's the amount of reading that's involved in them. I think any kind of visual novel or any text-heavy RPG, it just reminds me of cozying up with a book. And what better time to cozy up with a book than when it starts getting cold out? We are not going to script the prologue because I gotta be honest, I don't remember what the prologue is. So this is Kyoto. It was awfully impressive, no denying it. Even simple hellos between people passing in the street seemed warm and friendly. They nodded and smiled to one another as a family and not strangers about on errands. Still, there was something else as well, something making the city feel strangely cold. Almost as though there were a great invisible wall shutting out anyone wandering from the country. I'm not sure if I belong here. No, that's all in my head. I walked quite some distance to reach Kyoto, and both my mind and body were exhausted. Even so, tiredness was no reason to meander and feel sorry for myself. I couldn't afford to. Excuse me. I hesitantly stopped a passerby. I'm sorry, I seem to be a bit lost. Could you? What am I supposed to do now? I was lost again, but in a different sort of way. I sighed and looked up at the darkening sky. The sun was beginning to set. People I had spoken to, Dr. Matsumoto, was out on business and would not return for some time. Was I too hasty? Perhaps I should have waited. It is indeed rude to visit without warning, which is why I had sent a letter prior to my arrival. But it seems he has left before reading my letter. Perhaps, I thought, I should have waited for a reply before traveling to an unfamiliar city. But I can no longer spend time waiting idly for news. Hurry up. Is something wrong, Father? He paused for a moment and looked at me. It seems I must depart for the city of Kyoto. Is it for business? Again? He'd left the house often during that period, sometimes for days at a time. How long will you be gone? I'm afraid I can't say. A month, perhaps? Maybe 2? I forgot some of these lines are voice acted and I feel like I'm talking over him. Oh. There was no hiding my disappointment. Nonetheless, I wasn't a child anymore. I couldn't beg him not to go, or some other foolishness. Yes, I'd be lonely, but I was much more worried for him. Please, Father, be careful. They say that the city of Kyoto is dangerous. He only smiled and nodded.
安心しなさい。
You needn't fret.
お前が心配しないように、今日にいる間はできる限り手紙を書くよ。
I will be sure to send you letters often, so that you will have no need to worry. Okay, you promise? Father kept his promise. A new letter arrived so often I scarcely had time to respond before another would arrive. He told me that he worried about me being home all by myself. Then the letters stopped. A whole month passed with no word. Father, they say Kyoto is full of ronin. It is not a safe place. Usually, a samurai is paid by their house, but ronin who report to no house often rob people in order to make ends meet. They're nothing more than violent criminals who hide behind the image of the samurai. Such is the state of the city of Kyoto, the city of ronin. Small wonder, then, that I worried for my father. My mind would concoct horrible possibilities, and I often found myself depressed and tense. First, I suppose I need to find a place to stay. Lost in thought, I didn't notice nightfall descend. If I was honest with myself, I hadn't the faintest idea of how long searching for him would take. I'd brought a negligible sum of money with me, enough to last me a month if used wisely. Finding Father in this window of time was a must. Otherwise, I would have to depend on Dr. Matsumoto returning in this time, or else I'd be forced to return home without a word. Well, at any rate, I should try and be as frugal as possible. I lengthened my stride and set off on my path. Fortunately for me, men's clothing assisted with keeping a quicker pace than women's. Kyoto presented many dangers to a young girl hoping to explore the city without direction. My disguise, such as it was, proved successful, and I'd safely made it all the way to Kyoto. Such success went to my head and led me to believe that I could explore Kyoto as I pleased. But Kyoto is not a safe place. I should have remembered that. Instead, I had somehow convinced myself that the city's hidden dangers didn't apply to me. Worried about her father, but not worried about herself. Typical Otome heroine. Hey, kid. I was about to discover otherwise. Uh-oh. I spun around. In the street in front of me were 3 ronin. Can I help you? I did my best to keep my voice calm, reaching nonchalantly for my kodachi. My father encouraged me to take sword lessons. I'd kept with them, and I did rather well. I was confident enough in defending myself. However, perhaps my overconfidence in myself is what served the situation at hand to me. That is the most weird and wordy way to some of the translation in this. Not great. I'd messed up and let my guard down. My fault. There was a chance I could take them on, but there were 3 of them and 1 of me. Pretty nice blade you got there, kid. Only then did I realize they were far more interested in my sword than they were in me. Looks a bit much for a pup like this, right? Give it here, okay? We'll put it to good use. But the sword wasn't just some blade I'd picked up. It was a family heirloom spanning generations. There was no way I could give it to the ronin, although I had a feeling they wouldn't understand. In such a situation, the best decision was undoubtedly to retreat. I turned and ran as fast as my legs could. Hey, get back here, you little bastard! Gosh, they sure don't give up easily, do they? I felt like I'd been running for quite a while, but I could still hear the Ronin cursing loudly. I ducked into an alley, flattening against the wall. After deciding they weren't too close, I crept further into the alley. Someone left a couple sheets of wood leaning against one of the houses, a perfect hiding spot. What luck, I thought, kneeling down under them. This is my way to escape this mess. Huh? I was listening for sounds intently. A suspicious calm entered my mind. I'd expected to hear the Ronin yelling to each other, looking for me, but seconds turned into minutes. I heard nothing. I was about to sneak out and have a look when... What? My plan to investigate was immediately halted. Remaining silent and hidden was more important. Still...
くそやりやがったなくそなんで死なねえんだよダメだこいつら刀が効かねえ
What is this? Why won't you die? Damn it, we've got to get out of here. It was then that true fear began to set in. There was something dangerous out there. Something quite possibly lethal. My imagination conjured up no shortage of gruesome theories. Even so, I could feel an itch of curiosity. I wanted to know what was out there. Carefully, I peeked around the corner's edge. The cold reflection of moonlight upon a blade glared at me, and my eyes followed it to the arm that held it, clad in a coat of light blue. Had this person saved me? But no slower than it appeared, my hope vanished. Help! I heard the Ronin stumbling to beg for his life. The person in the blue coat said nothing, just stepped forward, his sword raised. A high, screeching laugh cut the man's scream. The blade fell through the air like a butcher's knife rather than a sword. No skill, just death. The scream turned wet, caught, and disappeared like air leaving half-empty bellows. My eyes went wide. I will take a brief intermission here and let her outside. Is that what you want? You want to go outside? Okay. Let's go. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. When the dogs gotta go potty, they gotta go potty with their little tiny body. All right. We're back. All the doggies went outside, got a coffee, good to go. Any strength I received vanished quickly. My legs gave way and I crumbled to the ground. My eyes widened like busted shells. He died with the first blow, but as I watched, the blades fell, carving lines into the corpse. This guy's crazy. The soft slip of the blade through flesh, the silent creep of blood across the ground. I felt nothing from them but madness.